We packed up our RV from Boca Raton, Florida, and started the 8.5-hour drive up to Topsail Hill State Park on the Emerald Coast of the Florida Panhandle. This is our setup. It's our spring break setup. Number 58. We have the 2 electric bikes on there, but we take the batteries out so they don't weigh as much, because you want to be really careful with any Airstream or RV to not have too much weight in the back. This is a specially outfitted torque lift hitch, which can hold quite a bit of weight. But we only have about 100 pounds, including the rack, 2 bikes. My surfboard will go inside the RV, so it travels on the main alleyway floor. And then my other bike is going to go on top of my truck, along with the kids' bikes. Let me tell you where we put our surfboards. Right there. That's the best place for surfboards. The other 2 extra bikes we put on Yakima. Our chairs in this cargo case from Yakima. The bikes are up here. Got an extra bike in here, thrown in last minute. Our first morning, Carson and I got up and took the e-bikes over to the beach and explored. He took out his metal detector and tried to find anything in the sand from the previous beach goers. The beach is about a 1.5 mile paved trail from the campground at Topsail. Christina got in a good run before the day started. Topsail Hill State Park has almost 1,600 acres of land to explore. Carson soon found out there was a bunch of lakes and started fishing and got lucky. Fishing is allowed. This is in the pond that is right around the corner from our campsite.
And he started eating again.
Sit up. Sit up. We were constantly exploring the lakes. We give the kids 2-way radios and they can explore the campground by themselves, often meeting friends immediately. We brought our Airstream Flying Cloud 25 FB along with our dog. One of the best parts about state parks is you can bring your dogs with you. Topsail is located on the Emerald Coast and right off Highway 30A, which is famous destinations along the way. We got on the bikes and explored 30A over to the nearby town of Santa Rosa. After returning to the campground, we realized who was going to clean up the scraps from the kids eating outside. That evening, we decided to explore in our tundra. Checked out Baytown Wharf, which is only about 7 to 10 minutes away from the campground. Lots of live entertainment for the kids, and it was a cool little place to check out, a break from the campground. We ate dinner at Slick Lips Seafood and Oyster House. It was great, nothing special, a little bit expensive, but the kids were happy, as well as my wife. It's a rainy day at Topsail State Park. That doesn't keep us from going outside. We're gonna go for a hike, explore all the trails through the pines. Kids are on bikes. That's key to hiking. They get bored walking. You put them on bikes, they'll go for long hikes. Another good tip we've gotten from other campers is the kids are constantly riding bikes everywhere. We want to keep in contact with them. So we use these Midland radios from Amazon. They work really well. They have good range, probably a few miles. Last a long time, rechargeable lithium batteries. And the kids can always keep in contact with you and you can keep checking on them. All right, we're gonna go check out the bathrooms. It's a rainy day, so we're taking a shower. We're at Topsail, right across from a little playground. It's good for the kids. And that's our site back there. Weeping Willow, site 58. This is the tent camping site's parking area. all the sites are hiked too. So there's a trail right there. There is a couple trails over here. We've hiked all these camps. It's a good day to be in an RV. Our Airstream keeping us dry. So this is the closest bathroom to site 58. Pretty nice. It's got a community restroom, and then we're going to the boys, obviously. These are the bathrooms. 2 stalls, urinal, and 2 showers. Showers are pretty big and spacious. I already heard the hot water is nice and hot.
Numbered 1 through 5 for increasing levels of terribleness in their place.
Once the rain finally stopped, we took the kids out for a bike ride. There are over 15 miles of trails, so there was lots of time for us to explore the entire park. Just a small percentage of them were on the paved road. The others were kind of a sugar sand hard pack, and there were some areas that was very sugar sand, so I would recommend wide tires like we had on our e-bikes. These are freshwater lakes right along the coast, extremely rare around the world. It was cloudy throughout the day, so I knew that it was possibly going to be a really good sunset. Sun with clouds often gets lots of contrast, so I headed back down to the beach on the e-bikes. This is the tram, by the way. Brought with me my Canon R5 and wide-angle lens. The sun peeking through the tall pines and the cool air. What a nice break from society. They had an epic bike rack, by the way. This is really the only beach access at Topsail, and you have to walk on the boardwalk after you park your bike, about 1/8 of a mile. Sunset. It's always a magical time. It's a little cold for me still, to be honest. It's about 60 degrees. Kind of looks like snow-covered hills, doesn't it? It's just sand. And Topsail is known because of these hills look like sails. The highest one's supposedly 25 feet tall. So from the tram, as you can see way over there, it drops you off, and then you walk this long boardwalk to the sea behind me. Color of the sand and the water, clouds. It's so pretty. This is Topsail. So pretty. At sunset, white sand. It's unique from what I've used to. Water's pretty blue turquoise. As a photographer, we often live for moments like this. It's just a simple part of everyday nature, but it's nature painting all different options for us to document. So I love every ounce. That sunset's firing. Topsail Hill State Park. Up in the Panhandle of Florida. Is it the most epic place to watch sunsets on the Panhandle? I'm so used to seeing the West Coast or the East Coast, with the West Coast being amazing sunsets and the East Coast being amazing sunrises, but maybe this has both. From the intense oranges and yellows, it moved into the deep purples as the sun went down. If you've been following me, you know I'm an avid cyclist, and almost every day I love to ride my bike. I brought my Specialized stump jumper, and I would ride the trails and the roads every morning. Some mornings I went south, some mornings I stayed in the park and went all through the trails. It was tough with the sugar sand, but I still made it work. It's a good workout at least. This trip was in the end of March, so it was still nice and cool in the mornings. I often would see deer, sometimes gopher tortoises, all types of birds, etc. This shot was taken from the paved path. It's very easily accessible no matter what kind of walking or biking device you might have. Next up, we decided today we were going to head west along the Emerald Coast. First up was the donut hole everyone told us to go to. Then we went and visited my friends at the Gulfarium Care Center, where they rehab sea turtles. As many of you know, I'm a sea turtle photographer. I like to often go and visit these centers and share with you what they're all about and how you can support them.
Today I'm here with Tabby. We are in Destin, Florida. Came up to the Panhandle for spring break, and I wanted to share with you one of the rehab programs that's been going on here locally. So Tabby, tell me a little bit about the program and how you guys are funded and what you guys do.
Yeah, so we are the Gulfarium Care Center. We were founded in 2015 to specialize in sea turtle rescue and rehabilitation, and we're funded mostly by Gulfarium Marine Adventure Park. So if you purchase a ticket to come see the Marine Adventure Park, we get a proceeds back and a kickback from that to fund our rescue and rehab here.
Awesome, I can't wait to see it. They're gonna do some rehab, and I'm gonna kind of film behind the scenes of them just doing some daily activities with the turtles, taking care of them. Each one's probably going to be unique to what their care is and so on. So hope you enjoy. So this is pretty much their most intensive care patient.
Yep.
Who's going to take the most amount of care. It's a loggerhead that's pretty full size. I mean, I don't know full size. How old do you think this is?
So I don't know age, but it's a seminole, so she's not full grown
Probably
yet.
like 15 to 20 years old, something like that. And she's not moving a lot, or he. And it's going to take lots of rehab to be able to get back out in the ocean.
She's a bath too. Okay. So another newbie green. This is actually one of our 8 of our local cold stuns that came in January. We actually got 8 inches of snow up here.
That was nuts, huh?
Crazy.
8 inches of snow and sea turtles.
Yep. So he's stranded, washed up on shore, super cold, body temp less than 50. And then they all had really bad lungs. So he is getting calcium and he is getting an antibiotic as well.
You can see the coloration is so much different from one juvenile to the next. Both the same species turtle and nearly the same age. This one's slightly older. They're all under 10 years old. The quick little guys out there, ready to go.
Just like a human hospital, each day they care for each patient in a unique way to bring them back to health. The visits for these turtles will greatly differ. Some will be here weeks, some will be here months, and some will be here up to a year or even longer.
We got his feeding. Now they're gonna let him back into his pen. He'll digest the shrimp that the piece of fish that they just gave him. All right, we're gonna feed Bermuda. Is that what all green? What are you feeding her today?
Caitlin. Yeah, she has the fins and the heads chopped off, so it's easier for her to eat.
These are often the size greens you see me taking pictures of and I'm sharing. You can see this turtle also has a tag on them.
They have to hide the pills in the fish, like that. Let's see if she eats it.
Normally you can detect when it's got pills in it.
Just like your dog trying to give him something. Oh, she ate it. Oh.
Lots of fish for these guys.
Thanks for having me, Gulfarium Care Center, and also the Marine Adventure Park. Next up, we made sure to have lunch at Destin, which is recommended to us, right along the Intercoastal Waterway. And then we headed to the Navarre Beach Pier, which is the longest one in the whole state of Florida. The watercolor is so unique. Nothing like it except for the Bahamas, parts of Indonesia, around the world that I visited. Also with the stark white sand contrasting it. They call it the Emerald Coast for a reason, I guess, huh? The water's emerald looking. We're on the Navarre Beach Pier. We also visited the Navarre Beach Sea Turtle Conservation Center, where my work is. Picked up a random shaved ice truck on the way home. It was amazing. As the sun dips down, we make a fire. Out on my morning ride through the trails to start my day.
Just about to go to the beach. So we're packing the e-bikes. About to get a surfboard.
How?
We have portable grill. It's RV set up. The state parks has a picnic table, so that's kind of nice. And then we have fire pit, portable. Line to dry stuff, bike racks. My favorite thing to put out front. This is actually from our yard scraps that we did when we redid the backyard. All right, we're loading up to go to the beach at Topsail, which means we're riding the e-bikes. Fat tires important because there's lots of sand around here. I got this, which is our typical beach stuff. Backpack full of towels, another inflatable chair. Christina's got the Rad Power bike. Fat tires with Serena, and our cooler, which is also a backpack, a Yeti Hopper 24. The beach toys. We also have our shade, which is super important, our Sun Ninja tent on the other Rad Power bikes. And then I'm gonna have Carson with his fishing pole over there. Let's go.
Did you ever see a whale with a polka dot tail?
No, we already did that.
Did you ever see a cat?
With watermelon road, back to my home. I cannot go.
Which is a gorgeous day at the beach. A little calm until I went for a little surf with some tiny waves.
Here's the setup. These are very portable. They can act as chairs. Very easily foldable. That's a Sun Ninja. Keeps shade. Brought aboard. There's some little waves on shore now.
Watercolor here was crazy. Today there was a bit of jellyfish out there, but none of us got stung. Carson had a blast trying to fish, but didn't catch anything.
Carson, tell the audience what you're doing today. Think we're gonna catch anything? Let's find out. There's little waves too.
Every evening I went down to the beach to catch the sunset.
Sunset. And just like a lot of the lakes, freshwater lakes, there's alligators. There's a little one down here. He's probably waiting for his meal. Right, Pina?
Yeah.
You see him, he's right there. Probably like 4 or 5 feet long. We're right by the ocean. It's pretty cool. These are these freshwater lakes that are formed. There's a little one. Little gator in there. Pretty rad. Florida.
Looks like deer in the snow.
Fat tire e-bikes are the way to go. So useful. Gotta make sure you get smaller ones though. Smaller wheelbase, smaller wheels that don't take up a lot of space. So these both have 20-inch tires. These are rad power bikes. 20-inch tire, 20-inch rims with fat tires. These are 4-inch wide tires. Go through sand, can hold lots of weight. Kind of squishy, active suspension. They're great. Ride these things everywhere. Sunset. I can't keep up with Carson on his bike. It's going over 20 miles an hour. That's a pretty good sprint.
And then to another epic day at Topsail. This is our setup at night. We have the Costco lights surrounding the camp. And also our favorite new thing is this compact portable campfire, which is off the ground. It's all stainless steel. It's actually stainless steel mesh, and it folds down into a tiny little bag. The next day we all hopped in the truck and drove south along 30A. We explored Santa Rosa Beach, Seacrest, Alice Beach, and then eventually Rosemary Beach. Seacrest was kind of interesting. They had a bunch of food trucks along the side of the road. Alice Beach was very high-end, not really our style, and Rosemary had some shopping areas and was a little bit more low-key. The oaks along the side of the road in Rosemary Beach was pretty cool. We were going to stop and eat somewhere for lunch, but it was very busy and traffic was intense. As I mentioned before, Alice Beach was not really our style, but it was really interesting architecture as well as the cobblestone roads. Carson's favorite new toy of the trip was this super cheap bat and ball that he played in the campground with friends that he newly met and also on the beach. It was so nice to take the bikes out and explore nature here.
This Weber grill is super easy to bring along. Folds down, wheels, uses a small canister. Cook a lot, very fast with it. Easy to start.
This is our first trip with our newly installed rich solar panels that Mobile Solar Consulting put on. Truly testament to make sure they stayed on. Back to the beach we went. Today there were some waves, so we got to surf. Christina went up first, and then I went. It was such a blast, but the water was cold, even in March, so we had to wear full suits. Serena still had her cast on, was in good spirits, and made the most of it. The boys were intrigued with catching jellyfish.
Different types of jellyfish you guys found.
Wait, secrets are...
Checked out a rodeo about 30 minutes away on Friday night. It was definitely interesting to say the least. What an awesome spring break trip for 2025. We won't ever forget it. We'll be back to Topsail. It was definitely a really great state park.
Say hi.